Within each of us is a storyteller and a story waiting to be told. Universes of our own making that we breathe into life with our very being.
And we tell these stories to live, to relate, to entertain, to understand, and to connect. For we are the stories that help others to understand themselves.
We tell stories that are funny, sad, heroic, common, and fantastical. For we are all these things and more.
And when we come together, share our universes with one another, we create something special. We create a multiverse.
Here, at the center of the multiverse,
we welcome you to sit,
get cozy,
and listen
as we traverse the storied path. Here, we welcome you to the Everbright Archive.
Hello there, Wayfarers. Welcome back to yet another amazing, exciting, awesome, and fantastic episode of our Crit Award-nominated podcast, The Everbright Archive. I am, as always, your host and your current storyteller, Sphinx Akashaa, your current champion of bards, and I am joined by my wonderful, fantastic, amazing cast of friends who will in turn tell stories of their own as they vie for my title of champion of bards. Today we're missing our lovely, debonair, smooth, and ecstatically eloquent bardic sweet tea, but I am joined by the ever sparkling, the always effervescent, the eternally iconic, the master of the mistress of basking in obscurity, the Brynniursa.
Oh, yes! Thank you, our illustrious, magnanimous, handsome, debonair, iconic, revolutionary, wonderful GM Sphinx Akashaa!
Oh my god. Beautiful man.
That beautiful, that reminds me, gotta change my status. You know it.
Time.
Thank you. And of course, the lovely, the vivacious, the fantastic, the gorgeous, my diamond, your diamond, Madness Diamond.
Hi there. Thank you. I do love the your diamond, my diamond. It's one of my favorite things.
It's staying. It's staying. It's a forever part of the introduction now.
I love all the introductions you have for us too. I'm just like, I know I hear the word effervescent, I'm like, that's me. That's makes me.
But we're back for, I would say another episode of our first mini campaign, The Last Story, but today we're doing something slightly different. But we'll get to that in a moment. Before we do that, I want to go ahead and give a quick shout out to our friends, our sponsors, and our affiliates over at Friday Afternoon Tea. Friday Afternoon Tea is a small, family-owned, geeky-themed local tea company where you can find loose-leaf teas, custom tea blends, tea wares, and accessories and educational tastings. They have a bunch of really cool tea blends based on some of your favorite fandoms, like Battlestar Galactica, Avatar: The Last Airbender, Our Flag Means Death, and many, many more. Many of them which are seasonal, like this tea that I have here, which is called A Giant Woman, from the Steven Universe fandom. It's got oolong tea, ginger, peach, and natural peach flavorings. It is delicious. It is such a cool tea to have during summer days. And this is one of the summer blends that are out right now. And you can get this by going to their website, fridaytea.com. Now, if you go and you make a purchase like this or any of the other teas, on that checkout, you can use this lovely code I'm about to give you, Multiverse. That's MULTEAVERSE, and you can get yourself 10% off of your total at checkout. So please, check out Friday Afternoon Tea. Support a locally owned small business run by a Latina femme queer who is fantastic and amazing and just a lovely person. And be a thirsty nerd with us. Just you know, if you don't mind, would you please, just please support and use the code and just be cool. Will you be cool? I appreciate it. Thank you very much. So here's the part where I would normally give a recap of what's going on, but instead of doing that, we're going to move up and away from the dead forest, up and away from the fourth level of Anwanyu, up and away from the world of Phaedos and the pocket universe that it is encased within. And we're going to venture out and away through space, through time. We're going to find ourselves back in the ever-bright Archive and Tea House, where a group of celestial bards sit around a table, having snacks, having drinks, and telling stories. We move away from Griot, our current champion of bards, who is taking a quick sip of tea, giving himself a moment to breathe in the midst of telling his story. But we're going to move over to Jemmy, and sitting in Jemmy's lap, resting as quietly as they can, is a small chimera.
Small little chimera, known affectionately as Oscar. Oskar. Oscar. Uses he, him pronouns, or chaotic being. You can also be a pronoun if you're Oscar. Oscar is just curled up in Jemmy's lap with a long, elongated tail wrapped around Odile's lap, just snuggling between the two of them. And then a little footsie, little chimera toe beans kicks once. Little snore comes out with a little huff of smoke. And he wakes up. Watching and just kind of looks around for a bit. His little scaly head, which is that of a lion mixed with a lizard of some sort, maybe a dragon, and horns that resemble some kind of goat or ram. Chimeras usually have 3 heads, but Oscar only has 1. But that's neither here nor there. And Oscar, looking around with his little excited eyes, ready to listen to more of the story that Griot is telling, realizes that they've stopped telling a story, and they've now started, and they're taking some kind of break, which he doesn't understand why, and gets a little frustrated. Tries pawing at Jemmy, and Jemmy just kind of bats his paw away. Looks over at Tyzon and contemplates, causing chaos towards Tyzon. but then shrugs it off. That's not worth Oscar's time right now. Tyzon's no fun. Thinks about maybe trying to be adorable towards Odile, but Odile's wrapped up in some kind of confrontational friendship encouragement match with Griot again. And while this is an entertaining watch, it's like Oscar's bored. And so instead, just stretches out those little limbs, does a little bit of a big stretch, mixed with a little shimmy of butt shake to bring that tail back in to a decent-sized length to not get stepped on, and jumps out of Jemmy and Odile's laps and starts walking across the tea house to get back to the entrance, and is just looking around. Decides to sit just in a chair and observe. Sphinx, what does Oscar see in the hustle and bustle of a day at the tea house?
Well, it is kind of mid-afternoon at the tea house right now. There are a few people seated outside near the door at the patio. But inside the tea house, there are several patrons off into one alcove where there are shelves full of books, but also the floor is covered in very Moroccan-style rugs and pillows. So the patrons are sitting on the floor, nestled within these pillows and rugs. A couple of them have weighted blankets around them, while in one hand they might hold a tea or a hot chocolate, and in another hand they're holding a book or tome of some kind. There is the mid-sized kind of droid that looks like the salt and pepper shaker, wandering around, shaking happily, offering, "Would you like a cookie? Would you like to have a snack?" And occasionally, one of the patrons will gingerly reach out and grab one and, say thank you. "You are most welcome. Welcome, welcome. Enjoy your snack, And we'll zoom off. You see at the kind of round counter behind the counter, and also pastry case, there is a being in a robe that once upon a time was covered in moons and stars, but is now a jet black robe. They wear a mask that is, I would say bifurcated, but is in fact trifurcated. 3 faces. One, the center face is a very pleasant looking face. It is very calm with a bit of a smirk. Another face looks rather confused, and another face on the other side looks quite mischievous. And multiple hands coming from within the robes, grabbing pastries, plating them, grabbing teas from behind, creating a bit of lovely ambiance with some of the glass teapots and the blooming tea leaves and things that it places inside of them, and wandering rather tiredly, rather sleepily, is a 3.5 foot tall, pink mohawked goblin with a large beard. The centerpiece of the beard is a braid capped in a bead made of, I want to say it's brass, with an unknown rune engraved on the rune itself. And he goes towards this multi-faced being and says, "Hey, listen, I'm gonna go ahead and take a bit of a break. I'm feeling a bit worn down. There's a lot happening here. You and the droid, we can't say his actual name for copyright reasons. You and the droid, you go ahead and take you're in charge while Griot is busy with his guests, and just don't let the place burn down. I'm just gonna take a nap for an hour or two, but I'll be back. It'll be fine." and the being kind of tilts head to one side, and one of the arms, which is a golden mechanical like a droid arm, comes out and gives a thumbs up, and he says, "Don't worry, I have this." And then puts the arm slowly back, and Magnus, "I know you do. You're a good kid." And he walks slowly into what now appears as a back office, just on the right side of the countertop, or the counter area. He walks in, closes the door behind him, and a sign suddenly appears on the door that says "Do not disturb" in several languages across the door.
As this little chimera is sitting in a seat, just watching this, he just kind of blinks. And above his head, in a metaphoric sense, let's not get too crazy, a light bulb appears of an idea. And a furrowed brow, if a chimera can have eyebrows. Which sometimes they can. Oscar doesn't have any. He doesn't think they're in style yet. And gets off the chair, does a little bit of a shimmy again. Another big stretch, catching the attention of a few patrons walking by who give a little bit of a pet of attention, that briefly satisfies Oscar's need for attention and chaos, but not completely. And decides to start pitter-pattering his little feet out of the tea house and in a direction from whence he, Jemmy, and the others had come. Going towards the area where the door that had granted them access to this new dimension had once sat. And instead of sitting this grand, ornate door, tall enough for a fully sized manticore to walk through, it's just a door against a wall. It's a very simple door. Bryn, why don't you describe the door that Oscar is scratching against?
Sir, any door?
Any door. Any kind of door that's a simple door.
All right.
Or
This
for
door
appearance's
is
sake.
This door is a bright cerulean blue, which I've probably said that word wrong. It's a bright cerulean blue, and it has stained glass at a very narrow archway on the top. The doorknob is a little eccentric, seeing as it's in the center of the door, and it is made of brass and tin.
Beautiful. Beautiful. And as Oscar continues to scritch and scratch at this door, this beautiful cerulean blue door with a doorknob in the center made of two different kinds of metals melded together, the knob in the center starts turning. There's a click sound had. A burst of light shines underneath the crack, and it opens. And the smell of ozone mixed with petrichor, mixed with a little bit of a sweet incense, wafts through, followed by the smell of a brand new notebook opened, but then also that lingering taste in your mouth of an old book that you've savored so many times in calm moments of peace. And Oscar pokes his little head through the door, opens it completely, and sits in the door frame so it doesn't close on him. And looks out and sees Doradian, the world of Doradian from whence he had come. And taking a deep breath in of air that is meant for those native to Doradian and those who would like to visit. He sighs. And then he yells, I am bored. Oscar does not want to be bored. Oscar will make chaos if Oscar is bored. Come make Oscar not bored. Please. And passing by Oscar is a vaguely familiar figure for anybody who has tuned into the Tea Time Snack segment, which is a very busy and frazzled and fatigued messenger. Amaris, wearing, instead of a patterned, almost Hawaiian-esque button-up, this time they're in a very flowy blouse situation with what looks to be poppers pants that have the little poofs on them, and very nice heeled shoes and socks. And the socks might have embroidered left and right in magical script, with little wings coming off of the shoes. Amaris stops, looks at a clipboard, looks at Oscar. I do not have time to play with you. Please don't break interdimensional multiverse law, because you're bored, little chimera. And then continues on their way. They have places to be, letters to deliver, people to bring into Doradian to make sure they get their stories told. Which is a very important job. Oscar is displeased. The little chimera shouts again, I am bored. I want a story. I want an adventure. Muse song. Please. I want an adventure. I want a story. I know you can hear me. Please. I'm going to make myself big and invisible and sit on something in that world if you do not play with me. Please. And on the last, please. A nice, glittery, almost glittery, but it's more so a little bit of a lightning-based glitter effect. It's almost as if you've captured lightning and fog together and miniaturized it and multiplied it infinitely in this wave of smoke, let's just call it for dramatic effect, appears in front of Oscar, materializing an incorporeal concept of a being known as Musong, who is the orator of epics, the person who tells the stories that the curator of epics, Jemmy Horde, has curated and retells them for all to hear, for all of Doradian, for all of the multiverse, and for all of you at home. I am your order of epics, because this is a Doradian sonnet, Chimeras, Chronicles, and Cookies, using a familiar problem as our system of choice. It's a one-shot, which will be a little bit of fun, where I have asked the other storytellers to build a familiar to go on an adventure with Oscar and divert chaos from happening in the beautiful world that our lovely Sphinx Akashaa has built. Before playing in your friends' worlds as a GM, please make sure you get their go-ahead and let them have a little fun leading you through the way to add a little spice to your story. But because I am now the Order of Epics, I will take you on this tale and tell you how Oscar, the Chimera from Doradian, decided to plead to the Order of Epics to tell a story. And the friends Oscar made along the way with the goal of making the most magical and inspiring cookie worthy of a bardic deity's appetite. And we go back to it. Oscar has a conversation with this not really existing present entity, but it is a back and forth, it seems to be. Come on, make a good one. Make a good story where I can have lots and lots of fun. I would like a friend, or 2, or 3, or 100. Can I have 100 friends? Okay, fine. Fine, you're right. I can have 2 friends. 2 friends. Okay. And they will be very big. I have to be small? Okay, fine. Oscar will be small. But Oscar has Oscar has less magic? Oh, no. This is going to be impossible alone. All right. You have a deal. Oscar will be a baker. And the little chimera seems to be a little huffy with his personality and leaves the fog cloud of small little lightning storms turned into glitter almost in being, and walks back through the cerulean door with the knob in the middle, closing it, and the door disappears. It's just now a brick wall again. Oscar thinks a little bit, feels a little different, but accepts it, and continues on his way. Bryn, where does Oscar head to find your familiar?
He heads to the perilous, perilous streets of Boerville. The town that takes pride in doing absolutely nothing. But you see, there is one such toad staring longingly at a box of rigatoni. Desperately wanting a kitchen, but no one will open up because in the town they have strict rules about when they can cook. And so he's just staring so longingly at the rigatoni. All right, someone come take me away. I need a kitchen.
And so, upon hearing this kitchenless toad craving rigatoni's plea, a fog cloud made of glittering resources and things that seem to sparkle and shine in effervescence comes and surrounds this toad and his box of rigatoni, all together in a swirling cloud, depositing him on the other side of the street, across from an orange and yellow and red toned chimera with very feline features now. But the tail is a little bit, still has that bit of spike in it. It has a little bit of flair. The claws are still claws. The toe beans are adorable. And Oscar sees this toad with a box of rigatoni and just kind of hunches down, does a butt shake in preparation, and then sits back up, grooms his face a little bit to make himself look nice and very appealing. Hello, are you bored? I am bored.
Well, I could stand for a little excitement. Look at this here. Shakes the box of rigatoni. I want to cook it, but there ain't no kitchens. And my accent keeps changing. That's how bored I am.
That's so bored you learned another accent? Oh, that is fun. Oscar will have to try that. I am Oscar. Who are you?
Oh, you're asking who I am. And the toad, very, very appropriately, hunches back to all of their toad glory so that Oscar can admire him in his full splendor. I am the chef among chefs. I am the one that they call when they need to set things on fire. I am Harrington Babblebrook, and you cannot silence my epic cooking skills.
Harrington Babblebrook, please roll me a d10 and add your clever stat with a difficulty of 6 to wildly impress this chimera.
Oh no. Please let me look cool in front of my new friend. 6.
Oscar is very impressed. Oscar is a little confused. Just a little confused about why it's rigatoni. But you know what? Oscar's impressed. You learned other accents and you will not be silenced. You would like to do the cooking thing? I am supposed to find people to help me bake cookies. Will you make cookies with me if I get you a kitchen to make pasta?
Oh, wow. I've never made rigatoni cookies before, but I could give it a whirl.
Okay, we will try. We have to be sneaky though, because the place I know that has a kitchen, the person in charge, the person who is like actually in charge, is sleeping because he said he was going to take a nap, and then the person who thinks he's in charge, he's busy. So, yeah. So I think I know where to find another friend. It is in the place, but we must be sneaky. Can you be sneaky?
Oh, look at me. Look at me. You ain't never seen a toad with rigatoni before, have you? That's because I'm so snaky. Thanks.
Go ahead and roll. Roll sly for me, and I will do the same for Oscar.
Oh no. That's a 4.
I got a 6. I didn't set a DC for it. So we're gonna go for comedic effect. Oscar's a little bit sneakier. Not much. But I think the rigatoni box is what is shaking, causing sound to the.
And he's like, this is just our theme music. Don't mind it. It's gonna inspire us. Trust me.
We have theme music now?
Oh yeah, the rigatoni. Look at it. Feel the rhythm. It's like a maraca.
I did not know rigatoni would be an instrument. All right. And then as these two familiars with rigatoni theme music following them make their way back into the tea house, sneaking not as effectively as I think they are. It's kind of like if you decide to play your own theme music while trying to sneak through your house, trying to microwave a burrito. It happens. We all have been there. And trying to sneak around, they gain the attention of another familiar. Sphinx, would you like to introduce yours?
So, hanging in multiple places from the ceiling of the Everbright Archive and Tea House are these beautiful, like, hanging plants. Some of them in baskets, some of them in pots that are just suspended. And one of them is hanging this lovely, like, vine that sits in this beautiful basket. Sitting on top of this collection of vines is a mid-sized, kind of oldish-looking tome. And sitting on top of the tome, curled up on the pages, is a small, black and deep brown dragon. It is worm-like. And the scales are, like I said, mostly black, but they are brown tinged around the edges. There is as you come up to its forearms, whatever you want to call them, there are kind of wings folded in at the elbows that, you know that if you or to spread those hands, there would be lovely wings, lovely black and brown tinted wings. His head is kind of longish, a cross between a snake and kind of a like pit bull. Very like sleepy and thoughtful looking. The horns look like rolled up tea leaves. That curve and point out behind his head. And he kind of sleepily looks over at the rigatoni and then notices the frog with the rigatoni and the chimera, and he kind of huffs. Well, nah. Now I think y'all gonna have to be just a little bit more quiet here. My daddy down there, he's trying to tell a story. You know, he's I don't think they're gonna appreciate, you know, all the noise and what have you. You understand? You out here coming through with all that ruckus, and not bringing anybody. Are you planning on cooking that pasta there?
Darn right. That's why I've come. I've come to make cookies of the rigatoni variety or some other variety. I'm not quite sure, mate. But we're cooking this here pasta today. Or my name isn't Harrington Babblebrook, does suppose.
His name is Harrington Babblebrook.
Harrington Babblebrook. That's
Yes.
quite a name that you got there.
Right.
Well,
Thank you.
my name here is Lopsong. Like I say, this place is my daddy's place. And looks at Oscar. Oh yeah, I remember you. You that rapscallion Oscar I keep hearing about.
Well, that's a powerful word.
I do not rap, and I do not like scallions. I do not. Onions on
That is
Sunday
unfortunate.
for me.
That is unfortunate. Scallions are quite good, you know. And he
do
you
not
see like
rap
a long snake,
badly.
like serpentine tongue, like flash out and like lick his snout. They good eating.
Do you know how to cook?
I can cook a thing or two of tea. I don't think I've ever cooked any like actual food. We leave that to the scary man with the mask over there, and occasionally Mr. Magnus, Uncle Magnus, he cooks a bit, you know, and of course Dad has been known to cook a time or two, but I take care of the tea, you know. That's my whole thing.
Oh, well, we are going to make cookies. We are going to make cookies for them playing. My parent is Jemmy. I am the one who keeps Jemmy company, and then I
Yes.
let Dial the best because Jemmy's boring.
Dial is the sparkly one, no?
Yeah,
I hear that she is
Dial's the
iconic.
pretty. But like I
From
want
across
to.
the way, O'Dowd sneezes.
Definitely. And as these three familiars are brought together by storytelling magic, as we do, the man with the three masks, who is usually in charge of the cooking, is tending away to the hustle and bustle of a giant crowd of patrons coming in all at once. There are so many new varieties of feet on the ground. It is getting busy in here. It is some kind of mid-afternoon time zone dimensional clock-keeping way of thinking rush. Because this tea house is very popular. Everyone is excited to order and excited to place their delivery package requests from One Friday Afternoon Tea. Use the code multiverse and check out a certain Sphinx Akasha's list of favorites that he has. You too can enjoy the fine varieties that Friday has curated in that beautiful local tea shop. So, anyways, Friday Afternoon Tea or FridayTea.com. Use code multiverse, MULTEAVERSE. But as the crowd is placing their own orders using the code multiverse, because of course they are, I need everyone here, including Oscar, to make a... Let's see. Are we feeling maybe a quick check to dodge some footwork with a difficulty of, let's say 7.
Oh no. Okay, alright, let's go. Quick. 5.
Oh no. 3.
Who? So fun fact with a familiar problem. Something happens when you fail a roll. Something also happens when you... Yeah, something happens when you fail a roll. Just let's put it that way.
No.
So everybody, since we all rolled under a 7, we are all going to mark 1 stress. The way that stress works is that when you roll a die to resolve an action, if you ever roll equal to or under your stress, you lose it. Ignore the mission and act as outlined in your break. If the other familiars can help you calm down and rescue you from whatever trouble you got into before the end of the scene, set your stress to 0 and continue. So, we are all at stress 1, meaning if any of us roll a 1, you must then resolve your stress and enact the description that your familiar has as their break.
Oh boy.
So just think about that.
Okay.
But because the crowd is just so excited, they're very busy. They're trying to find a place to sit. They're also trying to avoid whatever is going on in that special corner with the glowing and the moon table, and the sparkly woman is still berating encouragingly at the man in the hat. It is what it is. We don't question O'Dial's actions. We just make sure they're iconic.
That's fair.
And
That's fair.
all of us are a little bit trampled over and shuffled. Because of this, we're shuffled away from what would be the direction towards the kitchen.
Oh Lord, now I don't think we going in the right way that we supposed to be going now. We all of these big old feet. We supposed to be going this way here now.
I can't believe it. They trampled my rigatoni.
You can always get you some more rigatoni.
All right.
Now, does
Wait,
anybody have any pocket magic that could help solve the solution of the crowd of people just in the way of the door, of getting back towards the direction of the doorway of the kitchen?
So everybody's like in a crowd.
Mm-hmm. If you
Are we
think
now
of a busy coffee shop.
Okay. So, and we're shuffled off to the side now. All right. For my rigatoni, Harrington would love to conjure slick and make someone fall and make a domino effect of everyone falling.
Describe. I didn't think I'd ever say these words in a recorded fashion. Describe the slick you conjure.
All right.
Harrington the Toad.
It is, again, for his rigatoni, there is a lovely pasta sauce that is now on the floor. It was intended for the most epic bowl that you ever would find in the Down Under. But, alas, sacrifices must be made in the name of cooking. And so, the pasta sauce, the slick, oil-esque, falls under a fireball. The fireball goes down. They all go down just as the good cook intended. And he turns to his 2 new friends. Come on! Death before dishonor! Starts hopping towards the general direction they're going. He doesn't know, but, he can't back down now.
Lopsong gives like a raised eyebrow and then turns to Oscar. Did you know he was going to do that?
Oh, I did not know. I found him on the street. I think he's very funny. He impressed me very quickly.
That little one's got himself a bit of chaos in him,
Yeah. But But it's fun. It's very nice. I was very bored. I'm very glad I'm not bored anymore. This is fun.
Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and get into this here kitchen now. Pardon me, excuse me, and it starts kind of slithering through and like around, and oh, sorry about that. Somebody gonna clean that up there for you later. All right now.
And I'm assuming that everyone would like to follow Popsong to the kitchen, since this is a familiar who is familiar with the layout of this establishment.
Yes, Harrington changes course to where...
Yeah, y'all come on this way. I know the way to the kitchen now. And he will get himself to the door and kind of wait for the other two, and kind of patient, like very like Mushu-esque, like sit up on hind legs, folds arms. Well, what took y'all so long then?
Very funny. I like you. I'm going to keep you. You're going to come back to Doradian with me.
But I like it here. I don't think my daddy would approve of me just traipsing off to Doradian and leaving him behind, you know. Who's gonna make his tea?
He has hands.
Yeah, but he likes the way I make it. I make him some of the best lapsang souchong tea you ever done had now.
All right.
I'm sorry. You make lobster tea?
No, what? Nah, I said lapsang souchong tea. That's the kind of tea and he just kind of spits, and a puddle of tea appears. Tea, lapsang souchong, like my name now.
And the toad's just staring at this spit tea. Like,
I am a tea dragon.
that means you just spit and people think it's tea.
I spit and it is tea. There's no thinking about it.
So the tea's your spit?
This is my breath weapon. Instead of blowing fire out of my mouth, I blow tea.
Is that sanitary, mate?
I mean,
It's
think
magical.
So.
It doesn't need to be sanitary.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
It's not something you really.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
right.
not something we really think about whether or not it's
Right.
sanitary or not. It's still hot tea. Hot tea is sanitary by nature because it's hot, you know?
Magic tea. I don't know, but I do now. All right. Dragon spit is tea. Got it.
Okay.
And he
whatever
looks
that
like he's about to, like-
conversation is about.
Yeah, he's like he's about to say something, and he's like, nah, I'm not going to do that.
It is okay. Oscar will open the door now. And Oscar is going to use the pocket magic of door magic, which just allows Oscar to be able to open the door. And the door opens gently into a big, beautiful, magical kitchen, having every utensil you could ever dream of. It's beautiful. It's, to Oscar, again, a familiar scent of home. That's not right. We're not in... Wait, that is not right. That is not right. We are not in Doradian. Why does it smell like that? And then walking out of the door to the kitchen is somebody who is from Doradian, with just kind of a sandwich. Stops in the doorway, seeing Oscar and the other familiars. Looks up, making eye contact with the other players. And I cannot describe this being, because that is a spoiler for later.
Oh,
And instead,
boy.
this being just shrugs, gives you all a smile, gives you a wave, thanks me for narrating their time there, and then disappears, and the smell of Doradian waves away. And we rewind a little bit to Oscar opening the door again. And it is a beautiful, everything you could ever need in a kitchen. Sphinx, please describe the kitchen and the Everbright Tea House.
It is this large, pristine, steel and stone and brick laid kitchen. There is a lovely brick oven in the very center of the room, like an island. And along both sides of the brick stone or the stone or brick oven, there are two very lovely steel countertops full of tools and pots and pans, and there are cabinets underneath. On the other table is actually a sink, like a lovely, like industrial sink, with a dishwasher just next to it. The walls are covered in tools and items and cookware from across the multiverse. Some of these items are from worlds that no longer exist. And some of them are pretty standard. Standard use, like pots and things that you would see in just about every universe. And there is, of course, at the very back of the kitchen, a very large walk-in double-doored fridge. Fridge and freezer. And Lapsang comes, well, welcome to the kitchen there. We got just about everything you could want back here. And then turns to like one of the door, or the alongside the door that they just walked into is a floor to ceiling spice rack. We got spices over here. Turns to the other wall on the other side of the door, and it's, rices and flour, like grains. We got the grains over here. And oils and things. I mean, they're in the cabinets and whatever you need. We got it. What are we making again? You said we were making some cookies.
We are going to make cookies. Have you been listening to that story they're telling?
Oh yeah, I was pretending to read, but I was actually listening to the story. My daddy tells some real good stories when he wants to.
Do you know any of his other stories?
I know lots of his stories. He keeps them all in this like big old book. The book that he's actually reading from right now is where he keeps the majority of his stories. And usually they just kind of like appear when he needs to tell them. They're connected to the library. That's also connected to this here place. I don't know how to get into the library, but it works. It's traveler magic,
Okay. Do you remember a story involving a cookie feud?
Oh, are you talking about that story about the Glitter Force 5?
Yes, that one.
Oh, that's a good one. That story has thrills and chills.
I might have eavesdropped and gotten to see that one play out a little bit. There's a little bit of magic. This Chimera who wants a little bit of chaos, and there was a lot of chaos. But yes, they made cookies, but they made two different kinds, and they like to fight about it. I think they almost caused a civil war because of cookies.
Because of cookies and the robot, there were the robots that were there, and the robots they split off into whether or not Snickerdoodle and oatmeal raisin was the better cookie. Personally, I like me a good peanut butter cookie, but Snickerdoodle and oatmeal raisin are also delightful.
Okay, so I want to make the perfect. What is it called? It's whenever you have the thing that looks like a tree made of snacks.
A tree made of snacks.
And it is like
snacks.
But it is like metal. And Oscar is looking around this magnificent kitchen, just around at the different like serving utensil items, and finds one. It is a tray that is usually used in a tea service. Where it quite literally is it with a large tray at the bottom, which is a plate, a metal rod in the center, and then other circular trays that go up higher and higher with
Yeah.
I want to fill this with snacks and things that are going to help them keep telling their story so Oscar doesn't keep getting bored. Whoever the one with the hat is who you like and thinks that he actually runs this place when it is the one with the pink hair that runs this place. I witnessed it myself.
My daddy does own this place. He kind of made this place. But yeah, Uncle Magnus, he more or less runs the joint, you know.
So like, he's asleep right now, and your parental figure is drinking tea and being berated by the sparkle one, who I like a lot.
Yeah, that happens a lot. That's been happening a lot since they got here.
And so like, but we put cookies on one part.
Yeah,
we put whatever you want to make of your pasta dish on the bottom.
Rigatoni.
Yeah. And then you can make your tea into like the middle part.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah,
and it will
for
be
sure.
And then it's something from all three of us. Because why not? There's 3 spaces on this serving tray. So yes, we will make a good tree of snacks. Harrington, are you going to help me?
Of course I'm going to help you. I am the cook of Bourville.
Oh, you from that
If
place
that
down
was the
in
name of the
Bourville?
place. I think so. I believe that was the name.
Yep, that is the name.
Yes.
That is the name you gave us.
Yes.
All
That
right.
is the name that I have abducted this toad from.
Yep,
All
yep,
right.
yep. And that is
Let's
now
go.
canon.
Let's make some.
It is now canon that in the realm of Wayfinder, there is in fact now a town called Bourville.
Everyone enjoys being bored.
Yep.
Where you go after
down-
your post tea snack?
You from down there in Bourville, huh? I heard about you guys. You don't seem like the type that likes to be bored, though.
I don't remember how I got there. I probably wandered. You know I do that.
Right. Okay. Well,
Roof, roof.
a small celestial dog just kind of runs into the tea shop. And lots of, oh, look at the puppy! Oh my gosh! Oh no! And he's a happy boy.
It's a good dog. That's a good dog. That dog's canon now. That dog just
His dog is, yeah. He agrees.
Best boy. All right, then I would like you to make some rolls for me. But here's the caveat. Because you're playing this together to have the most fun, I would like you to choose which attribute. And tell me which one you would like to use and why to try to accomplish your assigned goal of making something for this snack tray.
Say that one more time, please.
I would like you to choose which familiar attribute you would like to roll to try to make something for this snack tray to be put on the table for the bardic deities. Now, here's the fun part. Your difficulty number for the difficulty number for this is going to be an 8. And if anyone rolls, including myself, below that 8, something might happen. But if at least 2 of us can roll above the 8 and get it, or roll an 8, then we'll be able to accomplish our mission. But keep in mind, if you roll, and the number below the difficulty is what you rolled previously for that you earned, or if you roll a 1, basically, then that activates your stress. But it does clear your stress. So everyone's a little bit on edge, but not too much. But you kind of feel a little bit of the pressure. So keep that in mind if you roll a 1.
Okay.
If you roll a 10, something fun happens.
Ooh. That is good to know.
So, Bryn, which attribute would you like to use to help your nice toad make his rigatoni?
Oh, he's gonna use sly.
Okay.
He's gonna be sneaky. He's been all about this rigatoni, but he's on the sly. He's gonna be like, all right, rigatonis might not be the best cookies if you're trying to inspire someone. So, but this is a matter of principle. I gotta keep making. So he's pretending he's making the rigatoni, but actually on the sly, putting in the proper ingredients, but not being too. He's trying to be very nonchalant about it. All right, let's go.
Difficulty of 8. What did you get?
Oh, that would be an 11.
Oh my goodness. Fantastic. Sphinx.
He's doing both.
All right, I am. Lapsong is going to use sly, so he's going to try to get himself back outside and grab Griot's favorite jade teapot to bring back.
Now, are you only grabbing the teapot, or are you grabbing anything else?
Teapot and probably like a group of cups, of course, to put on the tray along with. So we're gonna use sly for that. Big money. Oh, that's a 10. An 8 on the die plus 2.
Fantastic. All right. If I mess it up as Oscar, we'll be fine.
Oh no.
Oscar's mission is that he is trying to build something that he doesn't understand, really. He understands chaos, he understands mischief. He doesn't understand cooking very much. So I'm gonna have Oscar roll a clever, because Oscar is going to go and try to talk the salt and pepper shaker into helping deliver the things.
Okay.
Yes, that is technically their job.
It is their job. Yeah.
So I'm rolling clever. And it is going to be... Where's my stats? I have a +1 to this. I got a 7, so I didn't make it. Which basically just means Oscar starts trying to talk to the salt and pepper shaker. And just keeps getting asked if he would like a snack. Because he can't communicate with this thing. I do not want to... I want you to help me with snacks.
I am trying to help you acquire a snack. Would you like a snack?
No. Not from you. I want to be the one to make the snacks.
You would like to make yourself have a snack?
You need to be rewired, I think. I don't have the knowledge to know how to do that, to make sure that you can serve the best snacks. It is a compliment. I like you the way you are. You are a good salt and pepper shaker. And Oscar does the thing that casts you where they weave between the legs. Of whatever leg variable this droid has.
It just hovers.
And
It just hovers.
just like underneath. Oscar is leaving again. Oscar is done here. Oscar tried. So Oscar then re-enters the kitchen and just is pouting. Oscar did not make it. Oscar did not do the thing. Oscar is sad.
Oh, Oscar, don't be sad. Look, you know what you did? You know what you did, Oscar? You brought all of us here today. And we're gonna be making the most rootinest, tootinest batch of cookies there is, all because of you. These cookies would not be here.
I mean, you did a really good job of organizing us, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, you got Lobby here to... That's not right. Lonsong. Long dong.
Lap song.
Lap song. Thank you.
You over here mispronouncing my name, sir.
I'm going to get it down. I'm going to get it down.
All right.
Okay. Is there any kind of pocket magic any of the familiars would like to use in this moment to add a finishing touch, to accomplish something that you would like to add to the story before we move on?
So
remember, pocket magic, you can only use each one time.
Yeah. So, Lopsong kind of like climbs across like the ceiling, just kind of singing the Mission Impossible theme to himself. Dun 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 dun. And will with his tail will begin to elongate to grab and hook the teapot while no one is looking, and will begin to like very slowly and gently like lift the teapot back up to him. But he will use wizard digits to grab the set of cups and move them along with him as he scuttles back across the ceiling back towards the kitchen door.
Beautiful. Since two of the familiars have left the kitchen and returned, who would like to roll a chance dice for me?
Oh gosh.
I will roll the chance dice. What do I need to roll? All right.
Just roll a d10. I have a number in my head. And Bryn, I would like you to call evens or odds.
Evens.
I rolled an 8.
Fantastic. It's higher than I was thinking. I was thinking of 2. So, from the door that says "Do not disturb," where the person who the familiars have agreed is the actual person who runs this place, who is the lifeblood of the Everett Archive Antiques. Nothing happens. There's snoring noises going on. Magnus is asleep.
No, I don't want more grease. No.
Yeah, Magnus is peacefully doing whatever Magnus does in his sleep. That's his own privacy. We love Magnus in this household. And so, familiars join the kitchen and continue constructing this serving tray of sorts, adding finishing touches. What did you end up bringing to this experience of delicacy and deliciousness? Describe your creation to me. Since you both rolled above a 10, you have free reign, or a 10 or above. That is your gift of success. Oscar gets to pout.
To add to the cookies, Lapsang grabs like a sprig of like lavender to keep everyone like calm and nice at each other. So there was a lot of tension in that first part of the meeting, and Lapsang does not do well with tension. It's like, we're gonna keep everybody as calm and as nice and as sweet as possible, you know. There was a lot of weird feelings there. That it was just trying to be lovely and hospitable, but everybody was like you and pointing fingers and things. So we're gonna add some of this here lavender to the cookies and give everybody a piece of calm to go with their loveliness. And then he proceeds to like to hunch himself over the teapot, like hands on either side of like the where the tea would normally be entered into like the strainer, but he's just gonna hoist himself to and just blow tea into the pot for as long as it takes to fill it.
Perfect. Bryn?
Harrington has in fact made the fusion of cookies. he has made the fusion of the oatmeal, cinnamon, and chocolate chip snicker doodle. It is there. But he has also succeeded in making his bowl of rigatoni.
Is it a personal bowl?
It's a personal bowl, and because there's like a little extra, he's added on the 4, I guess, people-sized bowls, and very, 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 again, very nonchalantly, right, if you two would like some rigatoni, and he's put 2 other servings of familiar size rigatoni in 2 little teacups, because that's all he could find left.
Oh, that's real nice of you there. That's lovely. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You are a very good friend. Do you have a magic wielder who you call parent, companion?
Oh, I never knew my father.
Okay.
That's pretty sad.
Oscar will remember this.
Oh, who's Oscar?
That's
I'm
Oscar.
Oscar.
Points to the...
Oh, alright, Ollywag, I gotcha.
My
You're
tail
mispronouncing
does
everybody's
wag.
names today.
Well,
Oscar does not know what to think about that. But we have accomplished our mission now.
We have done the thing, yeah.
The salt and pepper shaker will not help us. We have to carry this ourselves.
oh gosh.
That's gonna be a bit weird, but alright.
So I'm looking at my things. Okay.
Oscar
I
has
can-
a little bit of an idea.
What's your idea then?
Right.
Do any of you have more magic?
Oh, yeah, I got some magic. You need help with the door? I can open that door for you.
I can also open that door. The other thing I have would make things worse, so I won't use it.
What can you do?
I can open doors and I can make people have butterfingers.
Oh, that's not a good idea.
That's why I was like, we don't want that right now.
That's a bit more
Next
chaos
time.
than we're looking for today.
Next time, we will use
Aye,
that.
Captain.
I would like to see that.
All right.
I can change
I
my
can just
shape
be
into something
invisible.
that might... I can change my shape into another one of familiar types, but, I don't know what kind will work. Maybe if I transform myself into a crab, I can hold the thing. Into a giant crab. I can hold the tray and then use the... Well, first I open the door. And then I transform into a crab. And then we get out of the dodge.
Right. You said you want a lobster.
Well, I'm not a lobster. I'm a dragon.
Right.
But I can transform
Let's
into
go,
a crab.
Crabby.
Well,
Go
all right.
ahead and make me a quick check. Keep in mind, if you roll the number that you did, that you have in stress, which is a 1, you have a break.
Right.
But if you roll a 10 or get above a 10, you get something good.
Okay.
So, your difficulty is going to be... How is Harrington going to help with the tray? Is Harrington going to help with the tray?
Harrington's trying to figure out how to help with it. Harrington's going to be like circulating, hopping around the tray, as it's wobbling. He uses a quick foot to put it back into place.
Okay. So we are all working together to get the tray to the table with the bards, correct?
Yes.
Okay, then difficulty is not going to be as high because you have three very capable familiars doing this. I'm going to put it at a 6.
Okay. All right. Here we go.
What are we rolling? Quick.
With my quick, that is a 6 exactly.
Fantastic.
4.
10.
Oh.
Well, I rolled a 10, but I actually got an 11. So, you got a 4. You didn't roll a 1. Fine. You take another stress.
2 stress.
You are at 2 stress. Oscar's at 2 stress. And Lopsong is at 1, because he's a very calm dragon. Very calming tea dragon.
Oh yeah, you know. We on that laissez les bon temps roulette, you know. That's what we out here for.
Mm-hmm. So as this wonderful cooking toad tries to go to land a kick to try to knock the tray back into position, whenever it tilts just a little bit, because claws don't have as much grab when you're also trying to skitter-scatter across the floor. There is pasta sauce still on the floor. But
Ain't nobody clean this pasta sauce up yet.
because Magnus is taking a nap.
Right, Uncle Magnus is still asleep. That's all right.
But to rebalance it out, Oscar is very quick on his feet, with wings and a tail, and is able to shield around and use his tail to put you back on course, to get you back. And as these three familiars make their way towards the table, 2 golden eyes catch the sight. And a head tilts, and a very sharp manicured claw is just kind of tapping against a cheek as one of the bards, the bardic deities, looks away from the table at the scene before them and looks Oscar up and down with a raised eyebrow and a questioning look. Oh yes, Oscar did the goal. Okay, we need to get this on the table now. How do we get it on the table?
Alright.
I'm not tall.
Ahem, ahem. Alright, ahem, ahem. Tall people. We have brought you this.
and in crab form still, just
and
scuttle.
the toad actually used its left leg to point very dramatically towards this tray.
Very nice. Go ahead and make me a clever check. With a DC of 5.
Oh gosh, we're switching dice. Clever check. Oh, that's good. 12.
Fantastic. Which bard's attention would you like to catch the attention of?
For the fun of it, I would like to disrupt Grio.
Fantastic. Sphinx.
Yeah.
What is the current champion of bards' response to this toad, accompanied by a crab that smells distinctly of your familiar's magic and a chimera that looks a little bit feline-like? In this moment, Grio can see through that there is a story at play. As someone who is also a storyteller taking a break from telling a story. That this is the work of magic, but it is magic that was crafted with the purpose of a good kind of usefulness.
Yeah.
And just for
Grio-
Grio,
Yeah.
you do see a little bit of that fog, with a little bit of sparkling lightning, and a little bit of a hand wave. Just a click of the teeth, a wave of the hand. It looks a little bit familiar in a way. You can't place it, but it feels like a memory of a time long ago when somebody also went by a different name and had a different appearance. And it's familiar. It reminds you of sitting around a campsite telling stories together. But it's just a little bit of a wave, a smile, and then just the wafting of a gladiolus flower's scent, and disappears completely. But that shimmering is still around these three familiars, with a tray of pastries.
Griot kind of adjusts his hat, looking at that and kind of getting that. That was fairly nostalgic. Can't quite put my. What are the three of you do? Oh, I see what's happening.
What?
Oh, the path moves in mysterious ways indeed. Well, you, I know, points at Oscar, although you look a little different. You are mine. Why are you a crab? You know what? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Points to the frog. You are new.
Am
That
I?
is Oscar's new friend.
Right.
That is Oscar's new friend.
The one, the only. And as he's moving, he is posing with his rigatoni bowl. Harrington Babblebrook, bringing you cookies.
And pasta.
And pasta,
And
the
tea.
rigatoni. Right, did you know dragon spit is tea? I learned that today.
Well,
Big fact for Harrington.
the tea dragons of the shop do spit tea, so yes, I did in fact know that. But thank you for the information and for the cookies. Takes a look at them. Are those oatmeal raisin snickerdoodle cookies?
Darn right they are.
And he starts to chuckle. Well, I know a couple of magical heroes that would be very, very amused by that. And he reaches down. I'll take that lopsong, and he will grab the tray, and well, this is nicely placed, and we'll gently put it on the table, and then we'll kind of lean over towards Odile. And like gesture towards the frog. That frog there has a bit of flair. I think that might resonate a bit well with you.
Bryn,
You
how
think
does
so?
Bryn? How does your toad try to impress the Chronoscribe?
Oh, he doesn't.
How?
Harrington Babblebrook is as he is, and he is just posing, feeling very proud. He has come to a new dimension. He escaped Boerville. He's cooked his rigatoni. He has made cookies, and he has taught a really tall person about tea spitting dragons. So he's not trying. He is very proud of himself, and he's just like making different poses in his toad state, being like, all right, yes, all right, everybody feeling inspired, yes, that was due to the work of Oliwig and Lop and Harrington Babblebrook.
You're gonna get my name
What
right
is
eventually.
What is Odile's reaction to this toad?
She's looking
I
at
am gonna
it.
make you talk to yourself.
Yes, I am. I know. I'm just preparing the vast difference of accents. I'm mentally preparing myself. I did not think this through. You think you're better than me? There we go. I found it. I just needed to say it once.
That's just what's been echoing
All right.
through the TAs. Echoing. That's actually
All right.
what wakes up Magnus finally. Is the last one.
You know what? I like your style. Now, hold on, Magnus. Hush. I hear you back there. You're being so loud. You letting people slip all over the floor. What's with you? Anyway, I see what you're doing. I see what you're laying down. Toad, come here. What? Yes, you, come here. Alright. Hello? Yes, hi. I see that you have made all of this and a good rigatoni. Not a lot of people know the value of a good rigatoni. So, here's what I'm gonna do for you, because I see that my little boo-boo there, and she's pointing towards Oscar.
That's me. I'm the favorite. Are you going to replace me?
Oh, you don't want a friend?
I do want a friend. But
Yes. Well, this one here seems to be, little vivacious, little, a go-getter, a little putting Grio in his place, which we love. So...
Grio just shrugs like, what's happening here?
So how about this? I see that you're a bit of a wanderer. I see that you're going to always be a wanderer. And you know what? I go every which way. Because a reminder to our guests observing the tea shop, Odile sees everyone as they were, as they are, and as they're going to be. Now what I'm not happy about is you've kept me waiting. What? I kept you waiting? Sorry, but Orville kind of sucked me in. Yes. Alright. Oh, see, there it went. You think you're better than me? Alright. So, Harrington Babblebrook. You are hereby... And she does a little shimmy with her shoulders. My familia. And as she does forward with her palm, a whole bunch of sparkles fill the air, spinning around and round in a cacophony of color and magic. And Harrington Babblebrook, for the first time in all of his travels, feels a strange anchor. A place to always go to. He's found Odile. Oh. Wow. Is this what y'all feel like?
And Lopsong is slowly like reverting from the crab form back to his dragon form. Although he's leaving the claws to transform back for last. So, I mean, yeah, it's always nice to have some place to go back to, Clickety, 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 clickety.
Are you trying to click your claws as a dragon now? That is not how that works.
I kind of enjoy him. It's nice, but it's not really me. And so he just and his claws are now his normal dragon claws again. Yeah, that's a bit better now. Maybe we go back to being a crab every once in a while.
That would be fun. Ooh, I would like to turn into something different. How does Grio feel about Lopsong going on a little adventure?
Grio kind of looks at Lopsong as he flies back up and sits in front of curls up in front of Grio, between Grio and the tray. And he's looking up at Grio, and Grio's looking down at him. So it sounds like you went on had a bit of a journey on the storied path of your own. I'd love to hear about it sometime so we could write it down in the book. And Lopsong's like, oh, that'll be lovely, Dad. I think that'd be a good time. I think I might have made a couple of new friends too, so we can put that in the storybook as well. Grio nods. I would like that.
And then Oscar, the little chaotic chimera who was bored enough to decide to yell and throw a mini tantrum until he himself got to walk along the storied path, since no one was telling a story. And he decided he wanted to be in a story. Oscar watches, very proud, seeing the toad, who was once from Bourville, now embraced by the iconicness that is Odile the Chronoscribe. He sees the tea dragon, who was just content listening to the story and blowing tea every now and again into a cup for one specific current champion of bards, now curled up and thinking about how he too gets to write a story, because he too got to walk the infamous storied path, knowing that others will maybe even hear about his time walking the storied path. And Oscar looks around and then is watching all of the other bards enjoy the accoutrements of refreshments that are given, and watches and turns and meets golden eyes to golden eyes with his own companion, and watches as Jemmy picks up very delicately and confused a snickerdoodle oatmeal chocolate chip cookie and bites into it, and then chews it a little bit, contemplates the flavor and how it works together and if it works together, and then takes another bite and another bite, not saying anything, just devouring this cookie, and then washes it down with a bit of tea, then tastes the rigatoni, seeming to settle with a smile, watching the other two bardic deities enjoy their time with their familiars, and then looks again over at Oscar. And Oscar just kind of pats over, shaking off the visage of this feline nature, and instead just being himself again. And Oscar sighs. Are you going to tell the story again? And Jemmy just kind of laughs for a moment. Oscar, darling, we're allowed to take breaks. Yes, but you were getting to the good part. Which part was the good part? I don't know. All of it. I just like listening to the stories being told. When are you going to tell a story? Is Odile going to tell a story? Oscar, we've talked about this. You can't. I know. It's a spoiler. Fine. Guess what? Yes? I talked to your best friends. No. That is not my best friend, Oscar. And the little mist surrounding Oscar finally dissipates. Almost offended that the Orator of Epics is not, in fact, the best friend of the Curator of Epics, despite how much time they spend together in occupation. And instead, Oscar the Chimera, who has now been relieved of boredom, has snacks, has watched Jemmy Horde, the Curator of Epics and Champion of Knowledge and Secrets of Doradian, devour the accoutrements, has watched Leo, the current Champion of Bards, and Odile the Chronoscribe enjoy time just taking a break from a story with perfect snacks, a nice cup of tea, a lovely hearty pasta dish made with dedication and audacity, and no basking in obscurity to be found in this pasta. This pasta was bold, adventurous,
Daring,
iconic even. And that puts a little bit of a sparkle in your visage. The cookies put a little bit of sweetness and edge into your voice. The tea calms out any aggravation that you might feel or any nervousness about presenting a story to your friends. These bards have imbibed in food made of stories and food that was literally prepared along the story path. But that is where the storied path leaves us off this time. So, thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming along in a Doradian sonnet, chimeras, chronicles, and cookies in this lovely time, which is also my first time GMing. So,
Oh my gosh, that was lovely.
I hope you enjoyed. Or GMing for an audience, at least. But now that is all for me. I am Madness Diamond. Hi, I'm Diamond. Since we're friends now, call me Diamond or call me the Order of Epics when it's my turn to tell a story. I use they, she pronouns. You can find me everywhere at Madness Diamond on social medias. And this has been the Everett Archive. My lovely cast. Would you like to say anything before we go? Bryn?
Oh, sorry. He's pointing to you on mine.
Me?
Oh, sorry.
I was like, oh, going again.
This is what happens when Sphinx is in charge. It goes to chaos.
Thank you for joining us today, everyone. I have been Harrington Babblebrook, your rigatoni expert, escapee of Bourville, and I hope that you had a great time.
Thanks.
Hello and greetings, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I am Sphinx Akashaa, your current champion of bards, and today I have been Lapson, the Tea Dragon. He is the adopted son of Griot, the champion of bards. And, he might be a little bit of a Cajun tea dragon, but he made some good tea, you know that. And huge thank you to Madness Diamond for GMing, for popping the GM cherry here on the Everbright Archive with us. Oh my gosh, that was so fun. That was so much fun.
It is
iconic.
It's going to be fun. Make sure to tune in to the Tea at the Table, where I think we're going to talk about this experience, possibly.
Very likely, yes.
Is that the plan?
Oh,
okay.
Oh yes. We're going to talk about it.
We're going to talk about it. Also, make sure to look up just the different places you can find us. We're everywhere on social media at the Everbright or the Everbright Archive. As Sphinx had said, he needs to take all the credit for it, nominated for a Crit Award. For Best Audio and Sound Design category in a podcast. Because did you know that the illustrious, wonderful, that beautiful, beautiful man, Sphinx Akashaa, which you can find everywhere at Sphinx Akashaa online, does all of the audio, visual, and sound design for the Everbright Archive by himself. So, if you would like to support us, please give us a follow, engage with our content, join our Discord server, where you too can be part of the walking of the storied path with us. Maybe next time I do this, I'll let people decide on what we should play. Maybe, possibly, within reason. At least one page TTRPG reason. But yeah. Is there anything else for us? I also played Oscar, if you couldn't tell. Oscar the Chimera, who is Jemmy's lovely companion. Oscar is a sweet, sweet little boy.
Full of chaos. Full of chaos.
He is very cute. He has toe beans.
He has very cute toe beans. The absolutely cute toe beans. Once again, thank you all for hanging out and listening to this fantastic Doradian Sonnet, Chimeras, Chronicles, and Cookies. Please follow us all on our social medias. The link will be in the show description to all of our beacons and link trees and all of that stuff. Please, when you have a chance, visit FridayTea.com to check out some of the teas that we talked about earlier, like Lapsang Souchong, which is a fantastic black tea that is also what Lapsan Suchong spits out as his breath weapon. And please use code MULTIVERSE, MULTEAVERSE, to get your 10% off at checkout. And yeah, check out all of the seasonal happenings and all of the affiliate happenings. I have an affiliate page there where you can check out some of my favorite teas and maybe purchase some because they're delightful and lovely. But yeah, if do you have anything else, Diamond?
Nope. That's all for me. Do you got anything, Bryn? Nope. All right.
All right. Well, until next time, thank you so much for joining us once again and walking the storied path. And as always, may the dice roll ever in your favor. Take care, and we'll see you next time.
Purpose, knowledge, education. 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 Purpose, knowledge, education.